ends up like, it's a hot thing. But it's why I'm not playing double better.
Win the game tactics 2 9 4 1. Yes, you do. So at this point,
Let's see what we've got.
I'm going to float finals and crack the player. Are you in the same boat?
I am, but at the same time I'm like...
You got a card that you like, but then the rest of it you're kind of like...
Exactly. No, I'll mug them. And then I'll never see that card again.
Yeah, there were, to be fair, there was a game last year where I mulliganed a hand that was like pretty like meh. I was like, oh, it's kind of bad. And then the hand that got was worse. I was like, wow. I guess life didn't want me to play well with this game.
The game was like, no, you should have taken my first one.
Well, I was playing Purple Refuge. I didn't see the one cost more, didn't exist. Didn't see Zorajuro, didn't see Lufutara either.
Oh wow, that's very rare.
For basically 6 turns or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty miserable. I was like, oh great, this is going to be fun. You know, a second turn is bad when you're not playing a 4 cost, you're just like putting Don on your leader and attacking, you're like, yeah, because I can't handle it.
Yeah, something else should be happening here.
You're just setting yourself up for it.
that's the last time saying that's fine. Just
Right, best of luck.
yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm just gonna you don't start with the stage card and you're just like,
Oh no. That's the problem with Carrot. If I don't get Zao, I'm like really handicapped.
yeah. You kind of need something good at the start, otherwise, yeah, it sets the map, the game off pretty rough.
Yeah. I will also
It happens. I get it. Don't worry. There are times where I play decks, I'm just like, yeah, I should have something. I don't. You play in the sim, you get an amazing hand, and then you're like, oh, this is great.
Oh, I love playing this sim.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Play Reiju 2. Baby Reiju anyway. Rest. And I'll activate the main effect to turn 1 with death. Trash. Big Reiju. Yep. And I will activate the leader effect of this because we have 2 Dawn draw. So I draw 2. And leader effect because it's draw another one. Yep. Draw 1 for that.
It's green here. That's insane.
I'm going to trigger. So if your opponent has 4 or more life, you lose a life.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just says trash, right?
Yeah, just trash.
Great card master, I can use this. You attack 4 times.
I'm guessing you've got the mum, the purple mum card. What's her name? With you can search your trash.
Oh, Sora, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Sora.
Yeah. So yeah, still your turn.
And yeah.
use that resource to play Hunt the Hunter
So,
for
I
5
will
with
draw one card.
because I've played another red, you are not.
I've never played against it, honestly, so I'm not actually sure like what crazy stuff you're gonna do. Is my life just over? Because it was against Lim, I didn't know what he was doing, and all of a sudden all these 5 costs appeared, and I was like, alright, well.
Oh yeah, Lemon is insane. Characters come out rested, but then your rested cards have abilities. It's like,
Yeah, you just sit there on like turn 2 and all of a sudden these 5 cost cards, and you're like, wait,
I'm going to do 6 to lead, and I'm going to trash a trigger to gain 1 Don rested.
Yep. I will.
5.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna give it go again.
I will then
Brand for 2, go again.
rest 3,
Next thing's Draconic, on here.
and play a blocker, and I'm now fast.
It's nice seeing more reasonably sized cards compared to what I've been used to. So,
Because if you get 2 on the set, these are like 5-5. Especially if I get in this match.
yeah, you kill me. I will play.
I knew there were 2 chances for a deck. I'm shown one.
Use the top 5 of my deck, reveal a pirate card, place the rest at the bottom, sorry, add the card, play a bubble. I don't know if you know every single card, so I always just say things.
I've got a Reiju deck as well.
Oh, that's fine. I don't have to explain every single card. 3, 4.
Yeah, the extra weapons.
It's nice seeing I'm not missing because so many times I pick up 5 and like.
You were saying in the middle, like, damn, I think it's
And then I can play a purple character with one of the worst power less. Play.
This is then 2, go again, I'm going to stagger
I want to be like
Trash Niji. Niji to summon, make Niji. And I'll use Niji's effect to return your blocker to your hand. Because I don't want to.
I'm then just buy these daggers back. And then, well, I'm sorry, I've still got 4. Sorry, that's why it's just because it's an instant. Just then 5.
And then oh, actually, I need to draw.
Yes, you need.
Because I used to do that.
The 5k, yeah?
Nothing much. Just might be another trigger again.
It's also unfortunate.
That's right at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll activate. I add 1 Don to my
So if you have a counter, use it. And I will attack with 6k rating. So that's 10. Oh, the
I feel like I would have been 3 of your points at the bottom of your deck. I was like, it's got to be now.
But it does have it's like some people cut Niji from the decks, but I actually think it has value.
I definitely chucked Yon.
Yonji?
Yeah, Yon.
Oh, okay. I actually have Yonji here, but yeah, no, I don't actually. That's fair. Was the blocker, right? Yeah. The new Yonki's quite good. The stage card doesn't exist. What do you have at this point?
So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8.
I was expecting you to
Do you know how fun it would be to play a Black Maria right now? And get all of my Don?
It would be really good, yeah. So I'm going to rest 3, and I'm going to play to die 4. So what it does is I add 1 Don from my Don deck and say it's active, and because you got a character of 6,000, I gain another Don active.
Yep, that's fair. You're up to 10 now,
Then I will rest 2 to play Buzzcut Mochi. So that allows me to KO a 4-cost card. So I'm going to KO
the Reiju. That's a nice choice.
and then I'm going to do 7 to lead.
7, so that is
Need 3K. And then I will rest 3 to play blocker, and then I shall.
if I just keep bouncing that every turn, that's going to be annoying at some point.
Oh, it'll get used one time.
The one blocker it might get through.
2 damage because you're on it, and then 6.
I've never sat to see my Black Maria would be good. The thing is, Black Maria is only great against purple decks. My first opponent. I mean, you know. Because the thing is, the leaders are really good at like shit, you know.
Or psychic damage. Thoughts on the oh yeah, the one. It's part of the set of one of one other.
Play Sora. 1 Don. I will crash ECG because he's big. I have less Don. I can add a Vinsmoke card for 1,000 less.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yes, Black Widow.
Yeah, 2.
They know this is just staple 1 warrior blue block.
I will play. Play 4. 3 Don. 0. I return 1.
Because
Go and draw.
because oh you're playing oh look you're blocking for hands now.
yeah, so it was either the mold pistol or I was going to load this up and then make her unblockable.
Actions likes it because they go
The fact that I didn't get a single 3-cost chopper search off.
I found my Kingdom of Germans. They're all here. They're now gone.
Well, so long as they're not in the block.
Let's say most of them were in my hand. So, not quite 4, but close. Oh, and I play a purple character with
Well, I've got so the two Nami's got the 3-cost fire and then the Just Shot I will immediately each effect outside
another one. Get rid of
there's something
ECG.
that he chops off this game and one life
ECG from
Trash, yeah.
I was screwed on that turn. I had to
I may as well just leave that. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really as well.
But you know, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, as soon as I saw you split your dog into eight, I was like, I thought I was looking into that point after I had the bottle through on those two. I was like, no.
I will attack with Suli.
That I will take.
Two big hole pistols.
No trigger.
Get rid of the back one and then
I will.
yeah, when I did the two unblockable swings, I had the one pistol for the chopper there, and I couldn't work out which one was the better play to go for.
I'm going to take that one.
I mean, I can attack with it, but so yeah, I'll attack with it. Yeah, you can block it, basically. Or you can use it. How many? About 2, 3. Yeah, so you always have that.
I was literally waiting for you to just slap it and toss that down for me to just be like, yeah.
You have all the Don.
I do now. Yeah, I've got 10 done. You've got 2.
They seem like Maria. Do you have something big to play? I don't know what this
Well, yeah, 10 done to play kind of members.
Yeah, that's why I think it was going to come out at some point.
We're going to do.
in this game, so he's attack every night.
That's everything he does.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've never actually seen it.
I'll send it in there.
I've seen it. I've seen some vlogs on YouTube.
Well, hopefully you can't give it rush. You can give it rush. But if you can't give it rush, you can't attack.
Yes, I'll do 5 to lead.
Actually discuss it.
And then I'll pass.
Yeah, because you have to make sure you put someone.
I'm back to the
Well,
Reiju just sits at a perpetual state of
because I've not got enough
you really play with
to
fire.
check and confirm.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's a lot of playing with fire.
Yeah.
I've seen it in the vlog.
The rest of my leads.
And you couldn't find it because there's so many people. Yeah, you find
I will get rid of this to play it. I will trash TCG. I will
It's why the event can be so draining because you have to fully pay attention to what your company's doing and just be like, what the fuck are you doing?
The higher up, the YouTube videos. Yeah, you own the YouTube videos.
then I will.
Download stream the games, yeah? And you put on the stream, somebody is cheating on the stream. So
I'm gonna
this one, I saw the other day. Somebody
And I'm going to play.
did,
I will
had 8 Don.
return the. So 3 Don rested. I will return this Don back to my deck. Also draw a card off the Reiju effect. Yep. So draw a card. I'll look at the top.
And nobody sees.
Because Hogan got 70, so he should have been able to play the second one.
I am actually surprised I got one on every single Porsche that I played. That's never happened before.
And then what happened?
I think the guy still lost. But that's not the point.
That's not right.
Pay attention, honestly.
No, that's
And then
right.
stuff simple like
Here's a question,
I'll give you a 2K.
So you know you can play. You said you can play a 4-cost character too.
Yeah, there'll be a 4-cost card. Yeah.
Can I get rid of Porsche to play?
Sorry?
Can I get rid of my Porsche to play that 4K?
So if I say,
So you go through it.
Okay, so I play this, use the effect, I can play a 4K from my hand, right?
Yes.
I can get rid of this to play.
Yeah, pretty much something like this, isn't it?
Because I just played it, so it's doesn't function.
Like,
I'll get rid of it.
like for my whole thing, I'm going to be doing it.
I will use the effect of each.
I'm going to like put the cards on the board in front of myself. This is what I do.
Game rush.
And I mean, I don't think that should stop any of my attacks. So I I'll attack with push.
Okay, so
2 lead.
5k to lose.
Have you seen I'm going to start between 9 o'clock
I will
to register at 10 o'clock first round.
Yeah, I'll use my drops for that.
Pairs are generated at 9 a.m.
and then I will
9:25
Well done.
they start round 1.
Add a brick.
That's the first game I've won actually. I went 0-4 losses. So
Hey, you did fantastically well.
different day.
I would say when it came to the start of that turn, you could have just gone out all out attack. So only had 2 cards. So the likelihood of me having that as a counter is and having that to trash it, then you would have seen me no cards and just gone bang bang bang.
But the thing is, it happened last time. I went to the game too early. They had just enough cards in their hand. I know you only had 2, but they had just enough, and I ended up missing it, and then they killed me on the next turn. I wanted to make sure that I definitely had lethal.
Yeah.
Also, the Porsches, such a good one.
You pay for an odd number to not turn up, and then you get your
Sometimes
round
you
1
get
buy.
lucky if you can get these guys out into your trash soon as.
They're laughing all the way.
Because I tend to sack off all of the big boys for Kingdom. Yeah. Sack these off to the graveyard, get these off the Porsche if you can. There was a time in the middle of the game where it was a choice between putting this on the field to get another EG or pick up the Reiju to get 2 cards. And I was like, they both kind